Hello people, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you're having a great day today, just like I am. Look at the score, people. Look at this. Let me just zoom. 4-1, 4-1. Who scored a hat-trick? Well, Thomas Frank doesn't know who he is. Hope he does now. Eberichiese at the 41 minute, 46 and then 76. Hat-trick. He could have scored 4, to be honest, but it was on his left foot, and I'm going to say a great save by Vicario, but look at that performance. That is a demolishing performance from us to our rivals. North London derby, easy fucking game. It's unfortunate that Richarlison scored, but we're going to talk about that later. Overall, the game was amazing. What a performance. We looked defensively very good. Hincapié had a very good game. The lineup from the start was correct. I thought the manager today did amazing. I was thinking of Hincapié being the starter. He was, which is great. I think he has the experience. He's won the Bundesliga, and he's been there. He's done it. Dethroned Bayern Munich. You need a guy like him on the pitch to replace Gabriel, which is our best defender. So looking at this is amazing. The lineup today was great. Look at the stats. We're gonna go through the stats first. On shots, 17 shots, 8 on target, 4 goals scored. That's amazing. That's a demolishing performance, the one we did. What a good game we had. We never let Spurs kicked in, even when they score a goal. After they scored the goal, they had nothing to do the whole game. Like, they scored a goal and we kept on going for him. It was a mistake from us defensively. I think, well, we cannot afford to lose the ball right there when we know the goalkeeper is out of his area, which is definitely horrible by Raya. He's not learning from the mistakes. And I've spoke about this before, people. You have to learn from each and every single mistake you do. David Raya is not learning from it because, as we saw, he again, outside of his area, got lobbed from halfway line. He's done it before. We need to, I don't know if it's the manager or whoever is in charge of the goalkeeper positioning, you gotta talk to Raya, because that cannot happen. That's not something that we need every single game, because we know we're gonna get lobbed. Raya definitely got lobbed today, and well, Spurs scored a goal. That's kind of bitter, because in my opinion, that would have easily been a 4-0 win. And we gave them, and that fucking pigeon, we gave to Richarlison, that fucking bird. We gave the guy a super goal, because it was an amazing goal, I'm not gonna lie. But it was a mistake from the defensive area of our team. Defensively, we cannot lose the ball there, especially when we know the goalkeeper is outside of the area. And then the goalkeeper, you don't have to be there. If it's a back pass, you can run towards the ball to do something. But you do not have to be there, because as we've seen before, we lose the ball there sometimes and we're gonna concede, and that's exactly what happened today. But enough with the bad talk and the things that we did incorrect today. Positive on a 90%. I'm gonna say 90% because I'm really sad that we conceded, but overall 90% of the game positive. We scored from open play, all the goals. Eberichiese, who a lot of people was talking about how he was struggling for us, is not kicked in. Today he kicked in. Maybe has to do because of what Thomas Frank said, that he didn't know who Eze was. Well, you know now, you fucker. Because he definitely destroyed Spurs today. Hat-trick, almost 4 goals scored. What a player. And since the start of the game, the pass that he made to Declan Rice, that could have been an easily a 5-0 win, 5-1, 6-1 game, because Rice missed that one at the start of the game, and then Eze had the other chance that was on his left foot, and Vicario made the save. Could have easily been 6-1. So it's good that we took almost all our chances, and that's something that we've been struggling this season. The fact that from open play, we're not generating, we're not creating, not enough passing in the opposition area. We were struggling to create, to get those runs, and today it was a completely different Arsenal team. Today I saw an Arsenal team that played the same against Atletico Madrid, and we destroyed Atletico Madrid. And I'm hoping we're going to see this Arsenal team against Bayern Munich as well, because that's another statement that needs to be done. But we're going to talk about that later. As of now, I saw an Arsenal team that wanted to win, that wanted to destroy the opposition. I saw a team today that was not afraid to concede a goal. They were not afraid to get catched on the counter-attack. Today, we went there for the taking. And that's something that I wanted my team to do against Liverpool and City. Today, we did it. I was talking about the last game in the Premier League. I haven't uploaded too many videos because I'm only going to talk about the Premier League. Most of the times, I'm not going to talk about international breaks or anything. So, I was talking about how we needed to take those teams, and they are there for the taking. Just take them, grab them by the throat, and destroy them. And that's exactly something that we did today. Maybe it was because it's a North London derby. You need to win. You need to make a statement. And I was worried at the start of the game because we haven't won this season against top 5 teams. We lost to Liverpool when they were a top 5 team, and we tied to Man City when they were like 3rd place, I believe. Spurs were like 5th or 4th, I don't remember correctly, but they were in the top 5. And we had to make the win. We have to make it happen because we need to beat those top 5 teams. And it's always about the balance of Arsenal, because previous seasons we used to beat those teams, but we lost to mid-table and bottom tier teams. And this season was vice versa, otherwise. I don't know what I'm talking about. This season was different because we beat the middle of the table to lower bracket teams, but we were struggling to beat the top 5. And we tied to Sunderland, as you guys know, they were a top 5 team, not anymore, they lost. But we were struggling to beat those top 5 teams to get some points, like the whole points. I'm not talking about ties, I'm talking about get the 3 points against those top 5 teams. And today we had a mission. The mission was to beat a top 5 team and to beat the rivals. And we definitely did. That's a statement made. That's the statement that I was talking about from the start of the season. When you have teams in the top 5, you make the statement, you beat them, you destroy them. When you didn't win a game last season against, for example, Fulham, Crystal Palace and West Ham, this season we have to beat those teams. We've done it, but we were missing those top 5 wins. Now we got one. So I see this game today as a statement, as something that we as a team, as a fan base needed. We needed to beat Spurs comfortably, just like we did, and to beat a top 5 team. Because that's going to let the other Premier League teams know that we are looking serious. We're not going to drop any more points. Just 2 games lost. 2 games tie, and 1 game lost. That's great. Now what we need to do now is dethrone Chelsea. We're going to have to play them, I think, in a couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to take a look at the games. Yeah, that's the next game. So that's on the Sunday. They are 2nd place, people. We have to take them. We have to destroy them, just as we did to Spurs. And we're going away. Imagine being the 2nd place away from home. That would be amazing. We're 6 points ahead. Let's keep that one going. Let's keep that momentum going and beat them. We have everything to beat those teams. We have a great lineup, great players off the bench as the starting 11. We do have firepower off the bench. Today we played Madueke. We had Martinelli on the bench as well. Waneri, Max Downman. I'm talking about 4 players that can definitely change the rhythm of a game. Madueke, he has to get his rhythm back because, of course, he's coming off an injury. But today I saw a guy that was fast. He had, a few chances to do something, but the first one that he had, he definitely left. Well, I think it was Pedro Porro who was behind him, and he tried to make a cross that ended up in a corner. Cool. He had one chance that he did great, and that was the one. Or the other chances that he had, maybe he's trying to get the rhythm back because he's coming off an injury, but I think he's a very good player, and he functions better on the right. But of course, we have Saka there, so he's gonna have to play on the left instead of Trossard or Martinelli, depending on what the manager wants. But he was looking good. He needs to get the rhythm going. I'm hoping Madueke is gonna be on a mission on Sunday against Chelsea because he needs to score. I'm hoping he scores against Chelsea. That would be great. But overall, the game today, the possession, we dominated, the passes as well. And I'm going to talk here about the passes. 366 passes. What was the difference today than previous games? Those passes were on the opposition half. Those passes were with intent to score. We made a bunch of passes today and had the possession, but always around the Spurs area. That's why we generated chances. That's why you saw Ebery Chiesa scoring a hat-trick, Trossard scoring a goal. The pass from Marino was amazing, breaking the lines. The defenders are not going to expect an over-the-top ball in that position, and Eze did it. Rice didn't score, that's unfortunate, but we kept on with that momentum and we kept on with that idea, and Marino made a perfect pass for Trossard to score, and it was lucky, but we need luck to win games as well. And the goal of Trossard was a lucky goal, but it was great. He scored, and that gained us that momentum, and we kept going throughout the whole game because of that goal. It was amazing. Today I saw a different Arsenal team. We were hungry to score. We were hungry to win the game, to beat them, to destroy them. I'm mad that Richarlison fucking scored, but overall the game was perfect from the start. Just that mistake. One mistake that cost us, but we were able to go through it. We didn't let any more chances for Spurs, and then we scored the dagger, the fourth goal. That was an amazing goal by Eze. Hat-trick, great performance. The whole team today was great, even Calafiori. Subimendi, he under pressure, he misses the ball, and that's why we saw today he lost the ball and then Spurs scored. But we dominated, and let's look at the table right here. We're 6 points ahead. So this is what I'm saying about statements. We dethroned one of them. Now Spurs are 9th because they lost to us. Now we need to go and do the same against Chelsea. Chelsea, they're 6 points behind us. We have to beat them. We have to make this gap a 9-point lead against Chelsea. So maybe, Man City lost today. That's a great advantage for us. We are now 7 points ahead of them. We have to keep that momentum going. Liverpool, they fall 11th right now. That's great for us. And we beat those teams already, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. And Man City, we have to win against them away from home. But let's just focus on the next game on Sunday. Chelsea, they're 6 points behind us. We have to make a statement. We have to beat them and make that a 9-point lead between Chelsea and us. They're second place. You have to win against the second place every single time you play against them. If you want to win the league, you have to beat the second. It don't matter who the second place is, because, if Chelsea, they lose to us, let's just say they're going to drop 4th and then City are going to be 2nd. I'm just assuming a bunch of things. But you have to always beat the team that is in second place to make a statement. That is priority. Beat the second place, especially away from home. We're gonna have to go to Stamford Bridge and beat them. And I'm really thinking, I'm really positive that we can beat Chelsea. So now we're gonna have to go there and beat those guys. We can do it, people. We can definitely beat Chelsea. And we have to keep this momentum going. The momentum that Arsenal has right now is great. The international break was great for us. We rested some players. We trained with some of the players. trying to get them back. As we saw, Martin Odegaard, supposedly he's back. We're just resting him. Madueke played today. He's back. Great that he didn't have, minutes in international break. So that's good, of course, because he was injured. But now he's back at the team. And we need that momentum going. We need... that international break was great. I don't know what Mikel Arteta said to the team. I don't know what we trained or what we did. But we saw today the game plan, the way we played, the tactics were on point, amazing. And that break was perfect. Because after trying a game against Sunderland away from home and failing to make a statement, you have to jump in and beat your rivals convincingly. And that's exactly what we did. I couldn't have asked for a better performance than the one we had today. And credit to Mikel Arteta, credit to the players, credit to the fan base as well. Today was a great game, a great statement, beautiful performance. Everything that we did today was with intent to destroy Spurs. And this is the difference, because when we played Atletico Madrid and the way we played today, we looked the same. You rewatch those games, rewatch the Atletico Madrid game. We were there hungry to destroy them. And we did. The passes, the intent, breaking the lines, creating chances, not being afraid to catch on a counter-attack. That's what I want from my team, week in, week out. And if we keep playing like this, we're going to win the league very comfortably. And we're going to get to the Champions League final, in my opinion, if we keep playing like this. And I'm talking about the Champions League final because, in my opinion, we went to the semi-final last season. The transfer window was great. We definitely improved from what we had. And now the goal in the Champions League is to reach the final. Because if you went to the semi-final with a worse team, now, and I'm not talking about last season team wasn't bad, but this season we've improved with the transfer window, so now we have to reach the final. But it's not the Champions League. We're going to talk about the Premier League right now, and I have to say, we have everything. I mean everything. The players, the way we play today, the momentum. We have to beat Chelsea. I'm not hoping that we go there and tie. No, we have to beat them, because to make a statement, to make the gap even better, you have to beat the second place. It doesn't matter if it's away or at home. You have to beat them. And we have every single piece to beat Chelsea. We have a better team overall. And we showed that today against Spurs. We destroyed them. It was great. I'm going to jump into some of the things that I published on my profile. Hopefully I don't get a copyright. But Ebery Chiesa, he scored a hat-trick. This was the brace. Yeah, the second goal. But that hand, great to see. Shut the fuck up, you Thomas Frank. You know who Ebery Chiesa is. Spurs wanted him badly, and he decided to join us because he's an Arsenal fan and also because we're a better team. Great. A hat-trick by Eze. Amazing performance. Happy for the guy. He kicked in. A lot of people was talking about he was not the right man to play as an attacking midfielder. I think today he was the better man. Today he showed why he should be the starting attacking midfielder. And I know Odegaard is going to be back, but Ebery Chiesa and Trossard for me at the moment are irreplaceable. Ebery Chiesa has to start as an attacking midfielder, and Trossard has to be the left wing because he is producing as a left wing. He's scoring goals, making assists, he is producing. He is him, definitely. Now we're going to talk just quickly on the goal for Spurs, the Richarlison goal. This is just a disgrace. Subimendi lost the ball. It landed to Richarlison. It was a good goal, I'm not going to lie. Credit where credit is due. Richarlison scored a very good goal. Raya was in a bad position and literally a carbon copy of what we conceded against Spurs in the You know, the friendlies, the off-season friendlies. It was literally the same. What the fuck was that? David Raya, you have to fix this. Be in your area, be in goal. Don't go forward that much. And he was so slow to track back. Like, seriously, such a disappointment. But just on the goal, I think this goal lands more on Raya being in that position. Because, yeah, Subimendi lost the ball. But if Raya was where he is supposed to be as a goalkeeper, Richarlison still had to run, try and get past the defenders, and he was not going to do that. But he saw Raya outside of his area in a bad position, and he scored the goal. So David Raya has to learn from the mistakes, and that's a big mistake from him. That's the only thing that I saw bad today, David Raya. And some of the passes and clearances that he did, kind of, I wasn't very happy with him. But that was the only negative. Overall, you know who Eze is, you fucking prick. Every Eze, 3 goals, hat-trick on your face, Thomas Frank. And just as I was talking about with Trossard, look at the stats. Assist against Burnley and Slavia Prague, and a goal against Sunderland and Spurs. For me, Trossard right now is irreplaceable. He is the guy that you want to start every single game. So Martinelli has to fight for that position. In my opinion, if I was Martinelli, I would fight for the striker position to take Merino off. But again, Merino today showed why he's so good playing as a striker. So just very happy. Today is going to be a quick video. Look at the passing. That was the first goal. Great pass for Merino. The vision. He is definitely a false 9. Don't talk to me about Merino in the midfield. Because as a false 9, he's great. As a midfield, I'm not trusting him. But every single player today, the manager, the team, overall, every single one, an amazing job. An amazing job. And that's exactly what I want from Arsenal against Bayern Munich and Chelsea. 2 more statements to be made. 2 more statements that we need to show the world, to show the Premier League, the Champions League teams, that we are the real deal this season. Hopefully we're going to do it. Very happy with today's win. And I'm hoping that every single one of you have the same face that Gabriel does right now. Because we deserve it. And as a fan base and as a team, and I'm going to talk about the manager as well, we all deserve the Premier League. We all deserve a big trophy. We deserve the Champions League. Let's go, people. Very happy today. Hope you have a great day. Celebrate and enjoy. Today's one of the best days to be an Arsenal fan.